we're talking deadlifts. So today we're going to be talking Romanian deadlift, not specifically our standard normal deadlift, but the one that we're going to be working on getting a little bit more posterior chain action going and training that area. So Mike's going to show us what one looks like the proper way, and then we'll go through steps to get there, warming up, and things you should and should not do. So here's one rep. Awesome. Slow and controlled, it's a good movement for being in control, not about how fast or how bouncy you can get. So starting off, we're going to go with our feet. Feet are going to come around. We're going to look that they're slightly under hips, maybe even a touch closer. Think about this as where you're going to get a major stretch through your hamstrings. Not super wide, got to bring them underneath your body for that. So we start there. Bar's right here at our waist, but we're going to take it and we're going to check his position first. So we're going to take the bar, we're going to flip it behind his back. He's going to put the bar right in the pits of his elbows. He's not shrugging up at his traps. That would be wrong. We're going to just let those sit down. You kind of just have somebody come back and push your shoulders down. Now what that's doing is keeping his chest up. You're going to be feeling a squeeze in your back and mid-back, and lumbar curve, all this stuff back here. That's what you want. We're going to do one rep, but with the bar here. So we want to see that the knees are going to bend just slightly, an inch or two, something like that. Then the hips are going to move a lot. They're going to move back. The shoulders are going to come forward, but we're squeezing the chest up against the bar. That's what making us know what it feels like to maintain lumbar curve and tightness. Go ahead and stand. You're going to feel all this tension and pulling kind of through your butt and your hamstrings. If you feel pulling that's extreme versus just that little bit of a tug, extreme stuff, that's not what we want. But we want to feel the movement. You're going to be locked into that position and just kind of sit there and appreciate that tension as you stand up. So if we do one more, we see Mike, he's through his heels, his hips come back, he's bent his knees first before he got there, and as he stands, he's not just swinging his shoulders, he's thinking about coming up, almost pulling through his hips and his hamstrings. If we flip the bar around, we go to our starting position now, hands are just outside the waist, there's not a flipped grip. The grip needs to be a neutral grip, exactly like if you were doing a clean style movement. So start off, knees bend a slight bit, just an inch or two. Now the hips move, but we keep that back in the same position as it was when the PVC pipe was on it. Lumbar curve stays, and this is where we come back up, pulling through the hips, pulling through the hamstrings. Something we don't want to see is that too low. Okay, if you move too low, you're going to lose lumbar, you're going to lose this position, and this is where it happens. Well, we can see that back starting to turn into a little bit of a rounded position. That's not what we want. If it comes back up to a good position, we can see the difference between the two. Come on back up. Some people who are more flexible might be able to get lower. Lower is not better, it's just different. Okay? So don't actually strive to get that much lower if you can't get there yet. As you gain more mobility, you'll be able to get there. But what we want to see are those points of performance when you're going through it. Stay tight, appreciate the pressure. You'll be paying for it with a sore butt tomorrow.